Hi, I'm your neighbor James, and tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow's election day. It's the most powerful day you have as a citizen. Now, I know there's been a lot of information kicked around about what the charter is and why it's so scary, but I don't believe in scare. I believe in information. And I'm going to tell you right now what the Home Rule Charter is it does three things. One, it increases participation of the township residents by adding referenda, which means you get to put things on the ballot. When we came up with the idea that we were going to potentially sell our sewer, we could have put it to a vote and let the township decide and let the electorate decide, and we would have had a say. So it adds the referenda. Two, it increases transparency. How many times have you heard an elected official come around and knock on your door and say, hey, if you put me in office, I'm going to be the most transparent person you ever met. I'm going to make government so transparent it's going to be see-through and you can see everything that happens. And then as soon as you elect them, the first thing they do is start holding secret meetings with secret people in secret places and come up with secret decisions that will affect you. And then when they get caught doing all those things, they tell you that no official decision had been made and that by law they didn't have to inform you and they didn't have to tell you anything. Then you vote those people out and put in a bunch of other people who promised the same thing, and then they turn around and do the same thing that the other ones did. This helps to eliminate that. When you talk about number three, this is a big one. It prohibits the privatization of Towamencin sewer plant. The sewer plant is worth, as prescribed by PFM, the consultation group that was hired by the Board of Supervisors, our sewer plant is worth $33 million. PA Water is going to pay us $104 million. Wow, they must be horrible business people. Why would you want to do business with people who make such a bad investment? The truth of the matter is they're making a great investment because not only can they recover that full amount back from the ratepayers, which is us. So essentially, we're buying the sewer from ourselves. We're going to be buying the sewer system from Towamencin, not PA Water. We're just giving them the money and the papers. So we're going to repay them the money. So we're taking kind of an off-brand loan as far as that $104 million, which is going to clear our debt and put $70 million in the bank from the taxpayer. And then we're going to pretend like it's not tax dollars. Great. And we get the added benefit of taking on every other debt that they pick up as a company. Awesome. That's not a good deal for us. And much like previously with the transparency, it encourages transparency because if they would have came up with this decision and they would have did everything just like they did in order to get this sale, had they done that and we would have had a home rule charter in place, we could have messed around and did a number one and put it on a referenda, and we could have decided whether we wanted to sell the sewer or not. We could have decided whether it was a good deal for us. Now all of a sudden they're sending out text messages and emails talking about how great the sewer sale is, and they're trying to sell the idea to you to get you to not vote for the home rule charter. And then they had a whole table set up at Towamencin Day where they were passing out literature talking about the sewer sale, and they had not talked about the sewer sale prior to that. You notice there was no Towamencin Day where they sat there and talked about, hey guys, guess what? We're about to sell the sewer. Just so you know, nobody talked about it when they were trying to get elected, and we talk about transparency and they were trying to get in office. The only one candidate out of all 5 Board of Supervisors meetings mentioned anything about the sewer sale. And there were 2 candidates who were elected during that cycle. The one candidate I'm talking about is Joyce Snyder, who said she was against the sewer sale and ran on that topic, and she won. The other 4 had not mentioned the sewer sale at all. What does the charter not do? Because I know there's a lot of scary information kicked around about, oh, the charter's going to raise your taxes. It's so insane. Those people are going to come in and they're going to do a whole bunch of stuff to us. The truth of the matter is, what the charter does not do is, the charter does not raise your taxes because it doesn't change the tax limits at all. That's not in the charter. Number 2, there are no changes to elected offices. The terms that they have, the number of supervisors we have, all that stays the same. The decisions and their powers all stay the same. The only difference is we, the people, have the ability to put something on a ballot where we decide that, hey, we disagree with what they said. Or, hey, they need to consider this. And so it gives us, the people, more power. Number 3, It doesn't change the current financial procedures. How they do things financially within the township will be how they do things financially in the township after the home rule charter passes. And number 4, there are no changes to the general operations of the township. It all stays the same. The only thing that changes is that you have the ability to put a referenda in. 2, it increases transparency. And 3, it prohibits us getting poached by a private organization as far as our sewer is concerned. Now, a thing that I really want to address real quick is the idea of they, them, and those people. Those people, they, them, they're us. These are your neighbors, the folks you hold the door open for at Wawa. These are the people who the opposition to the home rule charter are telling you that you should be afraid of. These are your friends and family. So unless you think that you have a bunch of maniacs living in Towamencin who are all of a sudden going to raise your taxes or fall to some kind of secret agenda from some foreign body, then these are the people that you should trust. And these are the people whom we're fighting for. These are the people whom we're trying to defend. And from my perspective, these are the people I want to have a say. Because ultimately, I think you should have a say in what happens in your neighborhoods, what happens in your community. I'm your neighbor, James. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow for Election Day. I'm out.